Hi, and good morning, or good whatever. I'm Doggone. Welcome back to the Utopia Baseball League, Sunday, October the 14th, 2018. I have wanted to I'm going to do a failure mode analysis of our playoff run this year, so I can understand for darn sure what went wrong for us and what went right for the Fightin' Farvs. So probably going to be kind of dry and boring, but anyway, before I do that, I wanted to share one of my little tricks with you, and that is I'm going to kind of play around with my lineups for a second here on my UBL squad. Here's what I do before I mess with lineups. The first thing I do, given the existing lineups versus left and right, and I do run a platoon system, my batting order changes and my personnel change depending on left versus right. It also helps me running left versus right. It helps me to rest some guys. And, yeah. So, what I do is I take a quick screenshot, print screen. I go to IrfanView. IrfanView is a free downloadable graphic utility. IrfanView, IrfanView. It's been around forever. Love it. And I do a Control-V to paste my screenshot in. So there's my existing lineup, and I do the same with pitching, by the way. And the next thing I do, I come down here, ask bench coach for all depth charts and lineups. So now I've got what the bench coach says, and I've got what I had. So I can go back and forth between the two. And typically what I'll do is I'll take, let's see, 18 players. What I'll do is I'll take and set a lineup for my players versus right-handed batting, and I'll set my lineup for right-handed batting. James Dalton, although he has a little bit of power, had a tremendous on-base percentage last year. And yeah, using batting average, it's always a backward-looking way of doing it. I sort of mediate that by looking at who's hot and who's not. Yeah, so James Dalton would start in, actually he would start in the lineup. He's not going to start in center field, though. He's going to start in left field. He's a much stronger left fielder. Roger Green will actually start in right field. So let's go on through. Let's see. Barry Cummings, is he start? He's a righty. I've got him in the left-handed roster. Man, that's a tough choice. Cummings red hot. So let's hold off with Cummings in my right-handed lineup. Wilson was injured. Dang it. And so he missed. Wilson and Ramiro Gomez were my two designated, what would you call them? My two designated croc killers. They were these two guys munching down on the crocs. And they were both hurt in or before the Madison series. So anyway, no excuses, but I'm just still working on my failure mode analysis. So I'll get to that in a minute. But anyway, I just wanted to run through the lineups right quick here, as much for the rookies in the league as anything. So Cummings and Wilson, they're basically bench players. They play great against right-handed hitting. Let's go ahead and move Wilson up to number 2. Oh, man, 19 home runs. I got to have him at number 3. Roger Green presents a bit of a perplexing problem. He, lifetime, he's much better than this. 182, 267. And he's got speed all day. For now, I'm going to leave him in the number 2 spot. Ordinarily, I would put him at the bottom of the order, but Green presents one of those, you have to temper your straight stats with your hindsight-looking stats with your knowledge of the player's more historical performances. Havoc Gonzalez played a great center field, but he's a lefty batter, great on base, but his average is not good. So I'm gonna leave him out of the lineup. He'll be on the bench. Rick Hamilton, Oh man, I'm going against everything I told you guys I was going to do. He played a great shortstop. I'm going to. Is he in the lineup? He is not in the lineup. Who's playing second? Schmidt. For some reason the AI loves Frank Schmidt. I'm going to put Rick Hamilton down here in place of Schmidt. What did Schmidt hit? Oh, he had 280? Nah. Put Hamilton down here. Put him at second base. And actually move him up to about number 6. Might even up to number 3. So we've got Green, Dalton. Tell you what I'll do. Let's put Green on top. If Green starts making contact, he is a great leadoff hitter. Green, then Dalton, who can move him over. Wilson, who can drive him in. And the number 4 guy, we'll go with, let's see, Mark Combs hit 222, Rodney Duncan 283. Let's go with Combs in the number 4 spot. Duncan, sorry, in the number 4 spot. Armstrong ended the year in a terrible slump, but he has a lot of power. Combs, probably move him to the number 5 spot just purely for power. Who else is in our lineup? Lopez, Armstrong. I really want to give Duck Hunter another chance at shortstop. Yeah, this is kind of what I go through when I'm setting lineups. A lot of by guess and by gosh, always based on the stats. So anyway, there's a start. After Combs, Hamilton at second, Armstrong at short, Lopez at third. Well, Wilson can only play first. He doesn't do us any favors on our defense, but man, he can hit. Combs. How did Townsend do? 231, 294, 222, 322. Combs got power all day. Combs and Wilson, man. Look at that. Ramiro Gomez is still on the DL, so you won't see him here. Let's go back to average here. Machado, Bang Xiaoying, Hamilton, Hickey. Boy, it's tough to leave Hickey out of this lineup. We'll get him in the left-handed lineup. All right, well, that'll work for now. So I'll go through the same process versus left. Now, understand a lot of people don't set their lineups like this. I think I mentioned it last time. I think Gooksta would probably go by OPS. Maybe a good, and of course, kind of got to throw out small sample size, right? But if you go by OPS against left-handers, you want, well, who's got the power? Who's got the speed? You want somebody with speed. All things being equal, you want speed in the top and power around number 3, 4, and 5. You want speed and on-base percentage in the top, power and contact in 3, 4, 5, because you want people who move the first 2 guys over. And towards the bottom of the lineup, you want the guys who are not going to make so much contact. You could even move them down to the number 9 spot and let the pitcher hit 8. Sometimes you want to move a really good hitter, contact hitter, to the number 9 to set up the next cycle. A lot of theories on setting lineups, but I keep mine simple. Basically just run by OBP. And in this case, probably have Juan Lopez hitting top, Dalton, Armstrong's got power, Cummings has power, and McLean has power. That sounds like a good lineup. Lopez, Dalton, Armstrong, Cummings, McLean, and Combs. And then continue to fill in who I need down below. Okay, well, I'm going to stop this here at a 10-minute video, and I'm going to get into the failure mode analysis here in a little bit. I'll talk to you next time.